The two major political parties in Nevis, the Nevis Reformation Party, the NRP, and the Concerned Citizens Movement, CCM, each nominated candidates for all 5 constituencies on nomination day, Monday, January 14th, to contest the January 22nd elections. The CCM started their nomination activity just after 10 a.m. in the Cotton Ground area at the Cotton Ground Police Station, where its candidate, Keith Dissendat Scarborough, was nominated to contest Mr. Joseph Parry, leader of the NRP. While he was being nominated, Mr. Roberto Hector of the NRP was being nominated in Charlestown. All 5 candidates from each party accompanied their colleagues in a motorcade to the various nomination centres across the island. The NRP had several party supporters clad in green in the motorcade, while the CCM had noticeably less people along with the candidates. But the nomination process was not as quick in all the nomination centres. In Newcastle, at the police station where the candidates were nominated, the process was a bit longer than the others. Both the CCM's Alexis Jeffers and NRP's Patrice Nisbet spent considerable time through the process as the returning officer there read to each candidate the long list of criteria for nomination of a candidate. This led to both motorcades meeting at the Nevis 3 Nomination Centre at the same time, where Patricia Hanley of the NRP and Vance Amory of the CCM were to be nominated at the Gingerland Police Station. Nevertheless, the proceedings were peaceful. The NRP, which arrived first, was allowed to nominate its candidate while the CCM's motorcade drove around the community and back to the nomination centre just a few minutes before the nomination of Ms. Hanley was completed. Each candidate was accompanied by 2 nominators who are registered voters in the polling division. When the candidates satisfied the requirements, they paid their nomination fee of $150 EC and swore to their identity and signature fixed on the nomination documents. At the end of the nomination activities, Wynne spoke to CCM leader Vance Amory.
Well, I think things went well. It took a little longer than we had anticipated, but I think that is all done and over. The good thing is our 5 candidates have been nominated, and therefore, hello, good afternoon, and that we are ready for the election in 8 days' time.
I've noticed you're a bit low-key this morning, unlike the NRP. They've had some turnout, not a great one, but some turnout nonetheless.
Yeah, well, we've never, matter of fact, it's perhaps the first time in a number of years that we've even done that. Going together to get nominated. Usually we get nominated individually, much more efficient in terms of time, and it's done and over, and you get on with what you've got to do. This time we thought we'll do that, go around and announce the meetings and do.
And this was unlike the last time. The last time you had
Last time we just had each person going into Canon into the.
So last time was more low key than you're saying.
Yes, well, I don't think having any big show is necessary, and that is why ours was low keyed. Just the candidates and their nominators got it done, and I think that is done and dusted. The key now is what happens after this, the campaign for the next 7-8 days, and then moving people to the polls on election day.
Vance Amory of the CCM. Meanwhile, Mr. Joseph Parry, leader of the NRP, was the last candidate to be nominated for his party at the Cotton Ground Police Station. He was greeted by cheering supporters, all clad in green, outside the police station after his nomination. Mr. Parry addressed the media after his nomination.
8 days or so we'll be campaigning real hard, meeting people, repeating the message over and over, and the message is that NRP is best for Nevis.
Now in the last 18 months, that's the last election?
We certainly expanded the Brown Hill Communications. We sent off quite a number of students to university. We have started the Urology Center. We are working in National Health Insurance Scheme, and we have purchased the Renal Center. So we have done quite a lot of work. We have opened the community centers which we have been developing, and they have been extremely successful because groups have been formed. I am very impressed here with Cotton Ground especially. The village was cleaned up for Christmas, and they have a committee that's working towards the enhancement of the village. And I'm looking forward to see a wide range of things being taught at these centers. for the benefit of the people of Nevis.
Mr. Joseph Parry. The 5 candidates are Nevis 1, Roberta Hector of the NRP, Spencer Brand of the CCM, Nevis 2, Mr. Hensley Daniel of the NRP, Mark Brantley of the CCM, Nevis 3, Patricia Hanley of the NRP, Vance Amory of the CCM, Nevis 4, Patrice Nisbet of the NRP, Alexis Jeffers of the CCM, and Nevis 5, Joseph Parry of the NRP and Keith Scarborough of the CCM.